Hi, my name is Boy Darling, or Landon, if you want to be informal. Um, and this is how I made Back to Basics featuring self-care.
We go back to this between us is two. We gotta make a fix. We go back to basics.
The song started with a looper man. Obviously, that's where all good things start. Sometimes using a sample is okay. You just have to make sure that you add enough stuff to make it your own, you know. So this is how this is where it started. And I really liked the way that that sounded. So I took it and I reversed it because I noticed that it was reversed already. Obviously, there's a lot of effects on, well, not a lot, but this is how it sounded after I reversed it. And then I added a destructor, one of my favorite plugins. Just some distortion, filter, chorus. Yeah. And then I added an effector to kind of bait crush it, I guess, is what it does. It really brings out the resonance in the sample, and I really like the way that it sounded. It sounded nostalgic to me. So after that, I went in and I did the drums because that's my second favorite thing to do. It's just a simple. It's that for the entire time, except for leading up to a breakdown. There's a just snare. What are the effects that I have? Destructor, of course, for that distortion, and then some reverb. And obviously, there's cuts in it, but I did that after all the vocals were done because you want to make sure that it complements the vocals.
Going back to you, we going back to this between us is two. We gotta make a fix. We going back to basics. Back to basics. You know it's not like you say shit.
We have some labs. Best free instrument VST I've ever gotten, and they've recently updated it so that there's like a bunch of new sound libraries that you can install. They if you get too many, it kind of takes a toll on your hard drive. So I had to go through and get rid of a bunch. But is it even on? It's not even on in this version of it. Hold on. So I just used a modular piano. Yeah, I play around with the velocity a lot in my tracks, which a good way to make stuff sound human is playing around with the velocity. You don't have to go in and adjust it manually. You can go up to this little wrench and press humanize, and there's a lot of settings you can mess with to make it sound more human. Something I did with the main sample is I like to play around with the reversing it, obviously. So this is how it initially came. This is the sample out of Looperman with the effects of like the Bit Crush and the Destructor. And then I reverse it after the intro. And then after that, there's the it's a little hard to hear in the final thing, I think, but it's there. Nothing crazy. Ace Bass on the new Kepler plugin on FL. Really, it's one of my favorites. And then obviously there's a delay on it. I love delays. I turn off the effector on the main sample.
I'm going back to you, going back to this between us is two.
Turn it back on, and I add a big fat bass. But like, not much changes. Oh yeah, there's that's one of my favorite things to do. A little drum or a little tom fill. Very fun. And that's the bass sound. Simple sawtooth on Serum. So obviously the big standout on this is the vocals. And I wish I could tell you more about what Self-Care did with his vocals on this track. Because they are...
I'm going back to you, back to you, back to this.
Okay, well, minus the delay that I
I'm
had.
going back to you, we're going back to this. Between us is two, we gotta make a fix. We're going back to basics.
The harmonies are beautiful.
Back to basics. You know it's not
And
like you
his
say shit
overall
like this.
just
To make a
mix
fix
is
too, we gotta make a fix.
awesome.
We're going back to basics. Back to basics.
Yeah, I just added a delay to his vocals, and that's it. I didn't change anything about how he sent them to me. You know, maybe go pressure him into giving you his vocal chain, because I would like his vocal chain too. But here is my vocals come in after that big bass section.
And all of me wants all of you. Wanna make it true, wanna make us last. Feel the tears run down your face. I don't react, I'm such a waste. Know the gravity hits you, I know the pain will hit you too.
Something you'll notice is I like to play around with the effector mix level on the main sample, which gets rid of that bit crushy effect. And I'll turn it back on when everything comes back in. But the pauses really make the track for me. It really makes stuff hit harder. A little bit of a side chain that I did, hand drawn, just to the kicks. I think it adds a little bounce to it, and you know, pretty good. I mean, yeah, that's it. That's how I made Back to Basics featuring Self-Care. The album comes out August 17th for anyone interested. It's more of an EP. Okay. The EP comes out August 17th for anyone interested. There's 7 tracks. There's some more features on there. It's a collab EP with Self Care, so he's on like every track. Which is a good thing because he did phenomenal. Working with him was amazing, and I couldn't recommend his stuff more. But yeah, that's how I made Back to Basics. Here's the final thing.
I'm going back to you, we going back to this. Between us is two, we gotta make a fix. We going back to basics. Back to basics. You know it's not like you say shit like this. To make a records too, we gotta make a fix. We going back to basics. Back to basics. I'm going back to you, we going back to this. Between us is two, we gotta make a fix. We going back to basics. Back to basics. I'm going back to you, we going back to this. Between us is two, we gotta make a fix. We going back to basics. Back to basics. You know it's not like you say shit like this. To make a records too, we gotta make a fix. We going back to basics. Back to basics. Making time when you turn it into a best life. I take a picture cause everything is your best side. I'm up alone, you call my phone, say no more. I'm on the road with a red light. I show my friend your text said it's a good sign. I'm looking back at the remembering the best time. I wanna make this work and I know that you're trying. Wanna make sure there's never a next time. Back to you, we going back to this. Between us is two, we gotta make a fix. We going back to basics. Back to basics. You know it's not like you say shit like this. To make a records too, we gotta make a fix. We going back to basics. Back to basics.
It's all of you, wanna make it true, wanna make us last. Feel the tears run down your face, I don't react, I'm such a waste. Know the gravity hits you, I know the pain will hit you too. Tell my mother I'm sorry, tell my mother I'm sorry. Don't wanna miss you, don't wanna miss you too. Tell my mother I'm sorry, tell my mother I'm sorry. Tell my mother I'm sorry. Tell my mother I'm sorry. Don't wanna miss you.